Hello, everyone. The title of my project is The Responsible Use of Artificial Intelligence, Analytics, and Video Surveillance by the United States Government. The combination of artificial intelligence, analytics, and video surveillance was first developed in the early 2000s as a way for banks and alarm companies to help prevent false alarms within their security systems. The main problem or the fear with this case is how do governments use this technology responsibly without infringing upon the rights of their citizens and residents. Below is a quote from George Orwell. Some people may compare this to his book 1984 about a dystopian future where the government kind of surveillances everyone. One extreme example of this technology is the nation of China, which uses this technology on a concept of a one person, one file, where all images, videos of people are kept on files about them and analyzed with video and artificial intelligence for the government. These cameras and technology are so sensitive they can even recognize people wearing masks and sunglasses. Picture right here is a picture of a surveillance tower in China to basically take pictures and video surveillance of its citizens. Another example is New York City, which was a combination of New York City Police Department and Microsoft to create the domain awareness system. The system collects and analyzes data from 9,000 closed-circuit video cameras, 500 license plate readers, and can draw information from the New York City Police Department records, including up to 100 million summonses. In an effort to calm fears and instill trust, I have developed 5 principles for the United States government to responsibly use artificial intelligence, analytics, and video surveillance. The first principle is a cooperation between developers and government officials. Government should have open partnerships with developers when employing artificial intelligence-backed surveillance. The reason behind this is that two groups are aware of potential misuses of AI. That way, they can develop the right responses early on. An open relationship between the government and developers will allow any issues to be quickly and responsibly addressed. The second principle I came up with is honesty and transparency about use. Right now, one of the biggest issues many Americans have with our government is trust. A political divide is emerging where no one seems to trust the other side. One of the biggest reasons the government uses artificial intelligence is not trusted by its citizens is because of the lack of transparency, especially in regard to responsibility and accountability. If governments use honesty and transparency in the decisions and implications of artificial intelligence surveillance systems, they may have better results implementing these systems. The third principle I came up with is legitimate use protected by safeguards. Governments must ensure that these technologies are protected from abuse by rogue agencies or immoral actors. To do this, the government needs to set a robust system of checks and balances to ensure technology and data is only used legitimately. Governments must also ensure that data is securely protected from outside threats such as hackers or foreign nations. The fourth principle I came up with for the responsible use of artificial intelligence, analytics, and video surveillance by governments is the education of legitimate uses. The American government should use time and resources to educate people about the uses of artificial intelligence, analytics, and video surveillance, as these programs can benefit people. One such use is at airports, where new tools, methods, and procedures are being employed to evaluate and train algorithms in order to help streamline airport lines and prevent false alarms. The fifth principle I came up with to help ensure responsible use of artificial intelligence, analytics, and video surveillance is to set up a congressional committee to ensure the proper use of this technology. This committee should mitigate and oversee the use and contracts involving these technologies and should be split from between Republicans and Democrats for an even balance. One of the ethical issues of the combination of analytics, artificial intelligence, and video surveillance is the case of Robert Williams. In 2020, Detroit resident Robert Williams was arrested for allegedly stealing thousands of dollars watches by the Detroit Police Department. Robert had received multiple phone calls through the day asking himself to turn himself in. Thinking they were scams, he would just ignore them or hang up. When Robert got home, he was arrested by the Detroit Police Department in front of his family. Police had made the identification by using video surveillance footage and using AI to match it to Robert's license photo. Robert was not the criminal. He was matched because the artificial intelligence relied on a small sample of photographs of non-white humans in its algorithms. This caused the system to identify Robert as the thief when in fact he was not. The future of artificial intelligence, analytics, and video surveillance. The future of these systems has great implications in the future. These can be used for dangerous, monotonous surveillance jobs that humans would normally have to do, such as the oil pipeline pictured here. Especially when these systems are combined with drones and robots, they can surveil many areas that are inaccessible or dangerous for humans. While analyzing this case, I came away with three personal reflections. First one is I did not understand how widespread the use of analytics, artificial intelligence, and video surveillance were. While I knew it was employed in less democratic places like China and Russia, I had no idea it was as widespread as used as it is today. I hope something similar to the five principles I developed will be used to help make citizens trust the government use of these technologies in order to help better us and keep us safe, as well as hold governments accountable for their actions. I also learned how systems can be biased, such as in the case of Robert Williams. Almost all police departments also rely on other forms of information to validate video surveillance and artificial intelligence before making arrests. Also, it's not the systems that are biased, but the data scientists who may have used biased data within these systems.